Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how you can create app shortcuts for profile switcher using Google Play game services in Flutter Android application. So let's get started. Now at the time of me recording this video, the profile switcher is the only shortcut available, but in the future there could be more shortcuts, so do check this particular documentation. And to proceed with this tutorial you would require a Google Play console account. So I'll just switch back to my Google Play console account. I'll just click on create app over here, and here I'll just give it some name, something like Travel Italy. Okay, and here you will have to select it as game. I'll select this as free. I'll check these two options and I'll just click on create app. In the meantime you can just create a Flutter application as well. I have already created it, and at the time of me recording this video there is no third-party library available which can achieve this functionality, so we need to write native code for this, so do keep that in mind. So yeah, let's just wait for this to finish. Okay, once that is done, just click on grow users, go to play games and services, click on setup and management, and here you can just click on configuration. Okay, and here you can click on create new play game services project, click on create new cloud project, click on go to Google Cloud Console. Okay, then I'll just name this as Travel Italy. Sorry about the background noise, so I'll just name it as Travel Italy. I'll just click on create. So let's just wait for this to finish. So here you have to click on select project because it has selected the wrong project. Now it has selected the current project. So then you can just click on this icon, then click on API and services, click on OAuth consent screen, click on credentials. Okay, also in the meantime what you can do is just to let you know, just open Android Studio and click on open. Go to where your Flutter project is located. So for me it is on desktop. Go to Flutter, whatever your project name is, click on Android and just click on open. So this is required because we need to generate SHA-1 certificate as well. Okay, so here first click on create credentials, click on API key. Okay, I think I messed it up, so this is not what I want. Click on OAuth consent screen. Yeah, click on get started, and here you can again give it same name. I'll just give it as Travel Italy. Alright, this is my email ID. I'll click on next, I'll click on external, I'll click on next, I'll enter the email address over here as well. So just remove this. I'll click on next again. I'll check this checkbox. I'll click on continue. I'll click on create. Okay, then again click on clients. Click on create client. And here I'll just click on web application and I'll just click on create. We don't really need this. Then I'll click on create client. I'll select Android over here, and firstly you need to provide our package name. So for package name you can just go to the Android folder, go to app, go to build.gradle.kts, and here you can see it is using com.example. so this is a really bad package name. You will have to refactor it. So I'll just quickly refactor it. So the easiest way according to me is just search for com.example over here, and instead of com.example I'll just write coding nobody. Okay, then I'll just copy this and I'll replace it everywhere. Come to main activity, I'll replace it over here. So this is for iOS, doesn't really matter to us. This is for Linux, this is for Mac OS, this is for Mac OS, and this is for Windows. The other important thing which you need to do is inside your Android app src main Java Kotlin, here you also need to change it to whatever you have written, so com nobody. Now if you go to Android Studio you will have to click on this Gradle sync button because we have changed the package name. Now easily generate the SHA-1. So there are different ways of generating the SHA-1. The easiest way according to me is just run this command. But if you are running this command, make sure you install the debug APK. We are not needed to deploy the APK to Google Play Console to test this feature. So even debug APK is fine. So you can just run Flutter run command and it will install the debug APK on your device. If you really want a release APK, you'll have to generate a release APK and then run this particular command, and here you will have to change all the values, like you'll have to change the path, you'll have to change alias, name, store password and key password. I'm not going to go into that. I'll just generate this for debug APK. So I'll just copy this command. So Gradle syncing is done. I can just open terminal over here. Okay, and I'll just run this command ./gradlew sign in report, and it will generate the SHA-1 for me. So let's just wait. In the meantime, let's go back to our Google Play Console. Click on done over here, click on refresh cloud projects, and here you can just select your projects, Travel Italy, click on use. See, it has not generated yet. So next we need to click on create credentials, click on add credential button over here, click on game server and scroll down, click on refresh OAuth clients, and here you will have to select your web client, click on save changes. So it has generated the SHA-1. Let's come over here, and here you'll have to select it for debug. So this is my SHA-1. I'll just copy this. I'll come back over here and I'll paste the SHA-1 over here, and I'll also copy the package name. So this is the package name, right? So I'll just copy this, paste it over here. I'll click on create. So it has created it. So I'll just come over here, go back, and I'll just scroll down. I'll click on add credential again, and here select Android. Again, just select your Android client, click on save changes. I'll just click on this back button again, then I'll just click on publish your project, and here you will have to click on this particular arrow button. So I'll just copy this description and paste it over here, and for game category I'll just select whatever, and here I'll just have to drag and drop the app icon. So I have already generated it using Gemini, so I'll just drag and drop it over here, and I also created one feature graphic. I'll just drag and drop it over here. So let's just wait for this to upload. So once uploaded, click on save changes, then click on the back button again, click on review and publish, click on publish, publish game project. Okay, let's come back to our code. So over here, the first thing which you need to do is you need to go to the main.dart file. I'll simply scroll up, and here firstly you have this material import as well as services import. Then the default the rest of the code I have kept it as it is. So this is the default boilerplate code which you get when you try to run your application, once you create your Flutter application, right? So I'll simply scroll through this. So I have refactored the my homepage widget, as you can see over here. So it is a stateful widget. Then inside that we have first created a method channel, then here the string data is empty as well. And then inside the init state we called check login method. So here we just do drive channel.invoke method, pass a call check login, and whatever user we get, we just pass it to this particular variable. So you will get a player object. Okay, so here inside the build method again we have this text button where we invoke the same method, we get the data, and we just display it inside over here, inside this particular text element over here. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Then here we need to go to the Android app, build.gradle.kts. You need to scroll down, you need to add this dependency. Okay, so make sure you add this. Then you need to go to Android manifest.xml. You need to scroll down, and after the activity tag ends, you need to add this particular metadata tag, and for value of this you can just go to Google Play Console, copy this particular project ID and paste it over here. Now here you can define your app shortcuts, like how many app shortcuts you want. Currently I have kept the value as 2, but you can keep it 1 as well, because at the time of me recording only the profile switcher app shortcut is supported. So even if you keep it as 2, it doesn't really matter, it will only show 1. Okay, but in the future maybe they will add more shortcuts. Then you just need to go to main activity over here. Alright, you just have to add all these imports. Then here you have to change it to Flutter fragment activity. This is the method channel result for sending data from Flutter side to from native Android side to Flutter side. Then here we override the configure Flutter engine, we override the super method. Here we initialize our SDK, then we do initialize our game sign in client, then we create our method channel. Here is the same method channel name. Here we get hold of our method channel result. Here is the login method. Then we do game sign in client dot sign in dot add a complete listener, and if the sign in is successful, then we get the play games dot get player client dot current player add a complete listener, and here is the task, and if the task is successful we send it back to Flutter side. So this task dot result will contain the entire player object, else we return back result error. Same over here. This check login method is exactly the same as this login method, so the code is almost the same, nothing really changes over here. So again I'll simply scroll through this. Feel free to pause the video and just copy it over here. Okay, so yeah, I think that should be it. Now let me run the application on a real device. So feel free to fast forward this. I'm not editing this part out because I don't really know that much of video editing and it's painful. So I'll just what I'll do is I'll just run this flutter run command. Let me first check whether my Android device is detected. Yes, it is. I'll just click on close over here. I'll just run this. Also make sure you are connected to your Wi-Fi or mobile data when you try to run your application. I have not added that particular uses permission internet check because that is automatically handled by Google Play game services, but inside your code, your Dart code, you can add a check to see whether the user has connected to internet or not before you actually call the login method. So yeah, let's just wait for now for a couple of seconds. Okay, so I'll just quickly mirror my device. Okay, so it has automatically signed in as well for me. Here you can see it has if you don't see this, just click on the login button. Now coming back to the app shortcut part, so I'll just close this app. I'll just long press on this app icon over here, and here you see this choose profile option. If I click on choose profile, here you can see it is fetching all the different profiles which have Google Play game services set up, so I can easily switch between them. So if I select this, I'll click on save, and now if I open this application, okay, I'll have to rerun this application. So I'll just okay, so it has okay, so I thought I need to run, but here you can see it has fetched the latest switched product as well, switched user account as well. So yeah, that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.